Hi, my name is Shoma Jurgensen, and welcome to the next installment in the Strategic Management Planning videos. I'm a business instructor and owner, and I want to talk today about value chain analysis and explain a three-step process that we can use to analyze service businesses. Originally, the idea of value chain analysis came from Michael Porter, and he offered this model that includes a number of primary activities that were primarily generated based on a manufacturing business, inbound logistics through service, and then support activities from firm infrastructure, HR, R&D, and procurement, which can be considered non-client facing activities. It's another way to think of support activities. And in this case, the primary activities are client facing activities for a manufacturing business. And all of these couched, of course, in the development of margin or understanding of margin or profit that the manufacturing company makes. Now, instead of trying to take this model and apply it to a different and the numerously different service businesses that are out there, I want to take a look at a three-step process to develop your own value chain analysis. And the information comes from Mind Tools, so please do check out their additional pages on strategic management and other templates. Now, in this three-step process, just like Michael Porter defined his client-facing and non-client-facing categories from his study of manufacturing businesses, it's important that you and your team come together and do an analysis of the core activities that add value to your customer. So what are the activities that you undertake that help serve your customer or capture what you do? And then take a look at each of those activities and define how they add value to your customer. Finally, once you define how you want to or do add value to your customer, you evaluate each category for changes that would provide more value or efficiency, and you plan through action planning how to make those changes. So let me show you a diagram here that is also from Mind Tools. Now, you'll notice here in the activity analysis, you want to make sure to have client-facing and non-client-facing activities before you decide which ones are your core activities. All right, so here's an example. So first step in the activity analysis, the software company decided there are three primary activities that they would look at in their first stage that offered value to their customers is the order taking stage, writing the specifications, and then the scheduling. Right, in the value analysis stage, which is this first of the two columns, each category then the team determined what adds value to the customer. So fast answering of phones, knowledge of the situation systems, understanding accurate needs, and managing expectations for what can be delivered. And then for each category, the team summarized the highest priority descriptors of what creates value for that category. The next stage then is evaluation and planning. So fast answer to phones. What does that mean in concrete terms? All right. Right now there wasn't one in that company. So they decided that it would be 3 rings, and then all the service phones would ring, so the very next person could pick it up. Team updates on clients so that there is a clear understanding of each of the client's situation and needs. Training on systems. So that is a non-client facing activity. Training on client industry, again, non-client facing. And client briefings at the ends of the calls. And that can, depending on how it's done, be both client facing and non-client facing. But the 3 rings rule, very client facing, right? Accurate, comprehensive description of changes in any specifications. So, in order for the specifications to be accurate, comprehensive, and complete, there needs to be training and writing and proofreading. That is a non-client facing activity in the training, but it does add value to that category. All right. So one by one, and you notice the need here to prioritize, the company went through each of the core activities and then talked about ways to add value and what changes were necessary to add that value. In the planning stage, SMART objectives, specific, measurable, agreed upon, realistic, and time-bound objectives would be the next step. Now, it's important to notice and note that as you are trying to figure out your end result, what adds value and what you can change, you always want to keep in mind the benefit you're providing as a service. So you want to keep in mind not simply mechanics of delivering your service, but that you're generating customer confidence, customer loyalty, peace of mind, security. Somehow that higher benefit is addressed and not simply the features. Doing taxes. All right, doing taxes, yes, that's a feature of a tax preparation company, but how are you organizing your value-based activities to do taxes where your customer feels confident in the result, where your customer is loyal, where they generate peace of mind and feel security? These are just some benefits that you could articulate, but keep in mind with your values that that is what you want to generate as an outcome. Thank you so much for your time. I look forward to sharing with you more about strategic management.